with the hat on, the guy next to him there.
Uh-huh.
His granddaughter is graduating, and I've
Great.
known him since I was 6 years old.
Wow. Wow. That's great. If you're able, hello, 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 hello. Good morning. Good morning. Awesome. If you're able, please stand for the procession of the graduates. Before we begin, I would like to remind you we are live streaming our nursing pinning ceremony this morning. So feel free to take out your phones right now and text loved ones near and far to let them know they can join us live by going to the Calhoun Community College Facebook page or the Calhoun Community College YouTube channel. And then please remember to silence your phones once we're done. At this time, please remain standing as I invite Dustin Wood to the podium for our invocation to open our celebration of the Calhoun Community College Fall 2024 nursing graduates.
I would like to invite everyone to say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, thou art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that have trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. From thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
You may be seated. Thank you, Dustin. My name's Lynn Hogan, and I'm the nursing department chair, and I'm so proud of this group and happy to invite and welcome all of our friends and family here today. As a point of information, before we get too deep into the program, we have a professional photographer here today, which is not something we've done for candlelighting before. So there will be photo opportunities after the program with friends and family and of your graduate or pinning your graduate, and we'll have that opportunity after. So we'll just have the professional photographer here during the ceremony. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Hodges to bring our welcome.
Good morning. My name's Jimmy Hodges, and I'm the president of Calhoun Community College. And I got a few things to say about you all. You did it. I want you to put your fist in the air, and I want you to pull it down and say, yes, really loud, okay? 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, you thought you couldn't do it. The devil told you you couldn't do it. Some folks may have told you couldn't do it, but guess what? You did it. You did it. I would like to have all of the Calhoun faculty, nursing faculty, to please stand. Thank you. Thank you for helping these young people. Thank you for helping them when they wanted to cry and they wanted to give up. Thank you for helping them. This is the day that they have waited for, to see you light your candle. I want you to know that I'm so very proud that you have chosen Calhoun Community College. I really am glad of that. How about all these mamas and daddies and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters and spouses and kiddos out there? Let's give them a hand. My assistant has gotten me a real nice script up here, and she printed it out in really big letters so I wouldn't have to have my reading glasses. But you know what? I'm going to do my best to follow it and stay on it. But before I do that, I know this is a real serious ceremony, and it's really serious. But there's something that I love to do, and I think all of you nursing students probably know what that is. But at the count of 3, I'd really like for everybody in the room just to scream as loud as you can, "Go Warhawks." Can y'all do that for me? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Good morning. I'm always so humbled when I see our nursing students. They have toiled long hours in the classroom and clinicals, not to mention all the study time they have invested. But here today, we are graduating a cohort of 123 RN students. How about that? Family and friends, I know that you are proud of these individuals as I am. Many of you have encouraged them along the way, babysat kids while they were in class or studying, cooked meals for them, cleaned their house, and various other chores in order to help them to get to where they are today. But it's all worth it. You're here now. I want you to know that our students are going into the workforce fulfilling the greatest health care need our North Alabama community has. I know that I am thankful for the skills that nursing students receive because I know when I visit the doctor or hospital or other health care facility that I am receiving great care. You know why? Because you are awesome. Look at somebody next to you and say, "You're awesome." 15 of these students here today have completed hours towards Calhoun's apprenticeship program, and that's awesome. What this means is that these students is an opportunity for them to work towards their nursing degree while also working for an employer and gaining hands-on knowledge. Also in this group, we have 8 students who were dually enrolled with one of our university partners, earning credits towards their BS degree. This is a major accomplishment as they already are ahead of the game in getting into their undergraduate degree. As you can see, this group is very ambitious. I would expect that some of them, if not all of them, continue their education for higher degrees. I want to thank each and every one of you who came out for this pinning ceremony, and I'm sure that you will be touched by the ceremony. And I ask you to give our graduates one more applause. One, two, three.
Go Warhawks!
1, 2, 3.
Go Warhawks! Thank you, Dr. Hodges. We are grateful for your support of our students in our nursing program. I also wanted to recognize some other guests for here today. Our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Mr. Wes Rakestraw, and our Vice President of Student Services, Dr. Kathy Mathis, was not able to be with us today, and our Dean of Health Sciences, Ken Kirkland, was not able to be with us today. But also, I want to recognize our Directors of Admissions, Advising, Financial Aid, Career Services, Star Institute, and ADA Services. You guys are so supportive of our nursing students and our nursing program, so we just thank you so much for that support. So let's recognize these folks with a little hand of applause. When I graduated nursing school, I remember thinking, I made it. I said, go Gators, not Warhawks. But I remember thinking, I am done with school. Well, I was 21, and as I've heard described recently, young and loud when you're in your 20s, and did not appreciate the concept of lifelong learning. It took me about 10 years to return to school to get my master's degree, and about 10 more to get my doctorate. I'm more seasoned now, and as an educator, we encourage lifelong learning. And I'm here today as proof that your education really does never stop. Technology necessitates change, keeping up to be relevant and to practice safely in nursing, and the same is true in education. As faculty and as nurses, we have to continually develop our skills in new technology and concepts and the best practice in nursing and in education. And this year we've participated in a lot of PD on creative ways to use artificial intelligence and the use of Chat GPT and how to recognize the use of Chat GPT. Because Florence Nightingale was a visionary, a leader, and a change agent, I think she would embrace the use of AI to improve patient care and identify ways to use evidence and data to be more effective and efficient as a provider. So combining what we know about Florence Nightingale and the uses of AI, I asked ChatGPT for a limerick to effectively and efficiently share the story of the lady with the lamp today. It took a few tries for them to get it right, but here it is. In the glow of her candle's soft light, Florence nursed through the long, trying nights. With compassion so bright, she brought healing to sight, a beacon of hope in the fight. So she was recognized with her work in the Crimean War and using the data to improve the outcomes of the soldiers during that wartime. She started a nursing school after that, and upon graduation of her class, she honored them with a pin on their uniform. So that's the tradition and the ceremony that we hold today in honor of that over the years at all nursing schools, a candle lighting and pinning that was started by Florence Nightingale. It recognizes and celebrates your hard-earned accomplishment. Formal education, as in more degrees, or informal education, believe me when I say your nursing education is far from over. Take it from a well-seasoned, not old, nurse who thought she was done way back when. I'm so proud of you guys. Congratulations today and always for your choice to be a nurse, for the determination to do what it takes to become a registered nurse. Congratulations. Since Dr. Kirkland is not here with us today, Mr. Rakestraw will do the intro of our speaker.
Dean Kirkland wouldn't miss this for the world, but he's been bitten by this crud that's going around, and so he asked me to introduce our speaker. Dr. Tony Weaver is a native of South Alabama and a proud alumnus of the University of Mobile and the University of North Alabama. Before pursuing a career as a surgeon, Dr. Weaver began his professional journey in nursing, earning his degrees in nursing and serving as a trauma nurse before and during medical school. This foundation of compassionate care shaped his approach to medicine, fostering a deep commitment to personal and patient-centered care. He received his medical degree with honors from Nova Southeastern University in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Dr. Weaver then completed his general surgery training at the world-renowned Mayo Clinic and the Baptist Health System in Birmingham, followed by advanced training in plastic and reconstructive surgery at the University of Mississippi Medical Center. A double-board certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon, Dr. Weaver holds active certifications in both general surgery and plastic surgery through the AOA and AOBS. He's been granted the prestigious title of Fellow of the American College of Surgeons, which is an honor reserved for surgeons meeting the highest standards of training, ethics, and patient care. In addition to his clinical and surgical expertise, Dr. Weaver has completed specialized training in health policy through the AOA and New York Institute of Technology's training in policy studies programs. He's also a published researcher with his work presented at regional, national, and international conferences. Dr. Weaver is particularly proud of his Native American heritage, being the first and only Native American plastic and reconstructive surgeon. However, his most meaningful roles in life are that of husband and father. His wife, Jenny, and their 4 children are his greatest pride and joy. Dr. Weaver's faith as a Christian defines his life and mission, and he considers serving others through surgery to be both an honor and a privilege. Please help me welcome Dr. Tony Weaver.
Good morning, and congratulations to all of you completing the program this morning. I'd like to just take some time to say, I know where you are, I know where you've been, as I've sat in a similar seat in the past. And it is an honor to be before you today to deliver a few short remarks. Before we get started, I'd just like for everyone to look around the room. Take this time to find your family if you can. Let's just take a second to do that. You know, the people in the stands who are supporting you, those people are the reason that you are here. And so for this moment in time, let's take a second and allow the graduates to give all of you a round of applause. I want to take you guys back on a journey long ago. Back in 1952, a storm raged off the coast of Cape Cod, and there was a ship that was caught, and they were giving out a distress signal. The vast majority of the ship had gone underwater, and its crew members were perched on the front of the boat as that boat began to sink beneath the treacherous waters. They believed that their time had come and that their life was drawing to an end. But in the distance, they began to see the flicker of a light. This small light in the distance represented more than just a figment of their imagination. It was the light from a Coast Guard ship, a small 4-man boat that had been sent out in the night to rescue this ship. You see, they looked out through the storm and they saw hope. They looked out through the storm and they saw a light. Today, you all are holding, or you have been holding, the lamp that will be lit. And that lamp represents you and what your career represents to your future patients. You see, for us as healthcare providers, every single day is just another day at the office, or it's another day at the operating room, or it's another day in the hospital, or it's another day in home health care, or it's another day working as a school nurse, and the list can go on and on and on. But the reality is, our average day is somebody's worst day ever. Our average day might be the worst day that that patient and their family member has ever faced. Our average day that we're more than likely going to forget is a day that some person may never forget and that their family may never forget. It's a dark day for them. But in the event and in the moment of facing a dark day, you can meet them with light. You can meet them with your own personal light. And that's what nursing represents. You see, nursing represents a light to the lost. Nursing represents a light in the darkness. Nursing represents hope for patients everywhere. Now, when we look across the globe, we'll find that there is a significant shortage of nurses. We see that in the United States. We see that here in Alabama. We see that all over the entire world. And you guys represent a light that's to fill that gap of deficiency where we're missing nurses. See, I'm not a plastic surgeon right now alone. I'm a nurse, and I am a plastic surgeon. I think once you're a nurse, you never fail to be just that. Nursing is a dynamic field. Some of you will go on to continue your education. Many of you will become nurse practitioners. Some of you might become physicians. Some of you might become CRNAs. Some of you may remain, and I don't want to say just, but some of you may remain registered nurses. You know, today there's really, and I see this in the hospital and I see it in the operating room, today we have a greater shortage of nurses, not because of a lack of manpower or woman power. It's not because of a lack of a person being there as much as it is a lack of a purpose for being there. You see, your light is a purpose to shine in the darkness. Your light, while it may flicker, it shines distinctively. It may not shine perfectly because none of our lights shine perfectly. You see, in healthcare, we strive for perfection every day, and we may fall short, but it is that push, it's that determination, it's that struggle for perfection that makes us and makes our patients better. You know, there's no one here, I don't think, and if you are here, I'd love to meet you afterwards, but there's no one here who's made a perfect score on every exam. And there never will be that kind of a person. There's no one here that's ever lived life without a mistake, and you'll never find that kind of person except for one. You see, we live a life of mistakes, but we don't need to live a life where we're afraid of mistakes. When you go on your jobs and you're taking care of patients and you're advocating for them, you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. The biggest thing that you can do is to run from your mistakes, to run from your shortcomings, to run from your failures. That's the biggest failure of all. Today, I want to implore you and encourage you to, no matter how the wind blows and attempts to blow out your light, you keep that light shining. You keep that light going because your mistakes, they make you who you are. When you think back over time and you think back over the most prominent figures in history, whether it's Thomas Edison, who famously quoted, "I haven't failed, I've only found 10,000 ways that do not work." We remember Thomas Edison for his invention of the light bulb. We can look up and we can look around and we can see those lights as they illuminate and as they provide us light and warmth and security. And your light today provides warmth and security and direction for your patients who are just like those sailors, lost out at sea, potentially dying in despair, looking for a glimmer and a flicker of hope. So today, as your candle is lit, both figuratively and metaphorically, but literally, I want you to make sure you keep your candle lit. Keep your candle lit by being enthusiastic. Keep your candle lit by refusing to be jaded. Keep your candle lit by embracing your mistakes, learning from them, and growing and moving forward. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Weaver. Another example of lifelong learning. How about that? We have a few recognitions before we move forward, so I would like to ask Dr. David Welsh to come for the Nursing Honor Society. And while he's coming, I do want to do one more recognition since I get to stand at the mic. We have a nursing faculty member who is retiring, and I just want her to stand and let us give her a little love. Dr. Carol Gist. Thank you for all the love and work you've poured into all of our students over the years. Thank you. Dr. Welsh.
Well, before I get started on the Nursing Honor Society, I just want to say how much I appreciate every one of you and congratulations. I'm very proud of you. So at this time, we want to recognize those individuals being inducted into the Alpha Delta Nu, the Associate's Degree Honor Society for Nursing. Now, each of these students has maintained a grade average greater than 3.0 during their program. This is including their nurses classes. Now, they've also worked as a team to carry out a community service project, teaching learning type experience during their last semester. Now, as I call these names, if you would please line up in front of the stage, and could we hold the applause until we have all the members up here? I would appreciate it. Miss Whitney Averhart. Miss Casey Taylor Banchero. Miss Ryra Brewster. Miss Jamie Cantrell. Miss Olivia Johnson-Childs. Miss Sandy Michelle Coburn. Miss Elise Esperanza. Miss Bridget Jarrett Garner. Miss Jessica Henry. Miss Cora Holliday. Miss Courtney Lee Holloway. Miss Alexandra Hunt. Mr. John Wesley Mullins. Miss Olivia Rushbrook. Miss Brooke N. Schaefer. Miss Madison Whaley. Miss Hannah Wolf. And Mr. Dustin Wood. Let's give these guys a big round of applause. Nurses, you can sit down now. Along with that, we also want to recognize those who participated in the Student Nurses Association. Now, what they've done is they've got together, they've learned how to be part of an organization that looks out for nursing, tries to improve nursing. And so if you would, please stand up at this time if you were involved in the Student Nurses Association. Congratulations, every one of you.
Dr. Vicki Hill Brown now will recognize our BSN students.
Good morning. I am so proud of each and every one of you. I'm so glad that I had just a little part of where you are sitting today. So at this time, I would like to introduce a group of students to you who were dually enrolled. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the dual enrollment program began in 2021 with the University of Alabama in Huntsville being our first partner. It has now grown because that's what Calhoun does. We grow and stretch. We now have Athens State University and Auburn University. Now, this means that the students that I'm getting ready to call and introduce to you, they not only completed Calhoun's program, which is the Associate Degree of Nursing program, they have also completed their Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Now, I think that deserves a loud clap. Now, unless you are a nurse, you do not realize how challenging a nursing program can be. Even family members, you may think you know, but only a nurse really understands what challenges they face going through a program. So what I want to do, and I'm glad that you have pre-applauded, because I'm going to ask that you hold your applause till the very end of the names. We have 7 students total, 6 from the University of Alabama in Huntsville, which I will announce first, and 1 from Athens State. We're going to ask the students to come up to the front, and when they all have come up and we're looking at them, then we're going to, it's going to be louder than the Go Warhawks. We are going to applaud for the accomplishment that these students have done. This time, Nicole Cerullo, Jorge Chavez, Bridget Garner, John Mullins, Taiwo Oyetaron, Brooke Schaefer, Nicholas Poskins. Hold it. Hold it. Ready? Let it go. Thank you very much. You may return to your seats.
Dr. Gina Briscoe will recognize our apprentice students.
It's my honor to introduce to you our partners in the apprenticeship program and our graduating apprentices. Let me tell you just a little bit more about the apprenticeship program. In March of 2022, Alabama became the first state in the United States to implement the nurse apprenticeship program. Students in this class represent Calhoun's 5th cohort of graduating students. The apprenticeship program allows students to have on-the-job learning while earning a wage and allows employers to participate in their clinical learning. Apprentices are assigned one-to-one with an experienced RN for work and clinical hours. Across the nursing program, traditional students have 675 clinical hours, while the apprentices across the program have 2,000 hours. I think that deserves an applause. The healthcare facilities pay last dollar tuitions, fees, and books that are not covered by grants and scholarships. So at this time, we would like to recognize our clinical facilities that have partnered with us. And so I would like for you all to stand as I call your facility and the mentors. So the representatives from the facility and mentor are all going to stand, and then we're going to applaud them. So Athens Limestone Hospital. Decatur Morgan Hospital. Madison Hospital. And Huntsville Hospital. Thank you. Now we're going to recognize the apprentices, and in the interest of time, I'm just going to ask the apprentices to stand and face the back so that everybody can see your bright, shiny faces. And so you'll stand and face the back and remain standing, and then we'll applaud them all at one time. So we have 15 in this cohort that are graduating. So as I call your name, just please stand and face the back. Elizabeth Adams, Aricia Boss, Tamara Crutcher, Tara Elkins, Elise Esparzo, Grayson Manis, Caitlin Parsons, Cynthia Phillips, Sarah Roger, Brooke Schaefer, and Brooke Schaefer was a dual enrollment person as well. Ashlyn Sutherland, Joseph Strom, Caitlin Taylor, Kelsey Tucker, and McKenna Tucker. Let's give them a big applause. And I want to say I want to be your patient one day.
Thank you. Okay. Now we will have the presentation of outstanding students. For each graduating class in fall and spring, the nursing faculty select an outstanding student in the associate degree nursing program. The criteria include demonstrated academic merit with a GPA of at least 3.2, clinical performance displaying caring, compassion, and a striving for excellence in nursing care, one who maintains good interpersonal relationships with peers and faculty, and one who demonstrates professional behaviors expected in nursing and has the potential for making a worthwhile contribution to the nursing profession. There comes a time when it's just too hard to choose, and this class is full of extraordinary nurses. In fact, I'll give a shout out to the Alpha Delta Nu group who did the best community service project we've ever seen. And I sent PR that video, and I hope they'll also post that on the YouTube page for you all to go and view, because it was a fantastic project supporting breast cancer. Our first honoree today is Elise Esparza. She works in the ED at Madison Hospital, and I received a letter from her mentor, which I will say is unusual. Typically, feedback on students is given to a faculty member making site visits. But Elise's performance at the bedside was so impactful that her mentor took time to send me this letter, and I'll read some of these excerpts. He said, "I'm writing to share my heartfelt recognition and admiration for Elise, a nursing student I have had the privilege of mentoring over the past year. She's demonstrated an unwavering commitment to her studies and patient care. Despite facing significant health challenges, she's remained focused, resilient, and dedicated to her goal of becoming an exceptional nurse, which speaks volumes about her strength, passion for nursing, and perseverance. I've witnessed her growth in both skill and confidence. She possesses a unique blend of empathy, compassion, and professionalism that I believe will make her an asset to any healthcare team. I look forward to seeing all that she will accomplish in the years to come." And I do too. Please come forward. I have a certificate for you, Elise. Dustin Wood is our second honoree, and he's completing the Bridge program for LPNs and paramedics. Dustin is a flight medic and will continue his employment with Air Evac as an RN. Dustin's already been recognized in his field as the 2024 Regional Paramedic of the Year by the Rocket City Emergency Medicine Conference. His nomination for Outstanding Student included the following comments. Dustin exemplifies professional behavior through his consistent demonstration of reliability, commitment, and leadership. He maintains an impressive work schedule, yet never compromises his academic responsibilities. And what truly sets Dustin apart is his approach to learning. He maintains a perfect balance of being both knowledgeable and humble, always seeking to expand his understanding while showing respect for instructors and peers. His professional maturity is evident in his classroom engagement, where he asks insightful questions and contributes meaningfully to discussions. This sums it up. It is a hard combination to find humility and excellence. Come on up, Dustin. Congratulations. All right. I'll ask Ms. Joy Waybright, our faculty announcer, to come forward because it is time for the faculty to come forward and take your place for pinning of the graduates. And will the first row of candidates please stand?
First row, please go ahead and line up. Elizabeth Adams. Brawley Shea Appleton. Whitney Averhart. Giselle Ayongchi. Casey Benchero. Crystal Barnett. Nicolette Baxter. Jonathan Bennett. Grace Spice. Kristen Bradley. Victoria Bradley. Rachel Brennan. Myra Brewster. Sue Ann Broadway. Kayla Buckner. Samantha Faye Burkett. Caitlin Burley. Deborah Cagle, sorry. Unique Canes. Madison Campbell, Jamie Cantrell, Christopher Carter, Nicole Cerullo, Jorge Antonio Chavez, Olivia Johnson Childs, Rivers Sadie Clowers, Michelle Coburn, Sally Cobb, Elizabeth Cruces, Tamara Crutcher, Alicia Cunningham, Sarah Lovett, Kimberly L. Debus, Valerie Denny, Lauren Downer, Amanda Eccles, Tara Elizabeth Elkins, Elise Esparza, Angela Bell Owede, Sarah Corleone Fabo, Latasia Jasmine Fleming, Stephanie Flores, Libby Fowler, Catherine Gallagher, Selena Garcia, Bridget Jarrett Garner, Lindsay Glenn, Alexis Rawlings, Ashlyn Goodenough, Amy Haddock, Brianna Hart, Jessica Henry, Cora Allison Holiday, Ashlyn Elizabeth Hollander, Courtney Holloway, Alexandria Hunt, Timothy Hunter, Damaris Taylor Jackson. Brady Johnston. Abigail Keel. Yeah. Angenique Kendricks. Robin Large. Miles D. Lewis. Felicia McComber. Grayson McKinley Manis. Bernice Martinez. McKenna Masters. Sakaya Maxwell. Michelle McDaniel. Alexandria Alexis McGill. Stacy Moffett. Happy Moore. Wesley Mullins. Kylie Murphy. Kimberly Irene Dotson Nilsson. Barbara Nizell. Rebecca Owens. Giselle Paget. Vanessa Palacio Hernandez. Yeah. Caitlin Parsons. Cindy Phillips. Tamia Page Phillips. Langley Polk. Jenna Marie Ransom. Brittany Ragoza. Courtney Ann Reed. Ashlyn Riddle. Kelsey Robinson. Sarah Roget. Stephanie Rogers. Bethany Rogers. Olivia Romine. Olivia Rushbrook. Brooke N. Schaefer. Victoria Faith Schiavone. Rhonda Scott. Kim Sinyard. Sierra Smith. Ashlyn Southern. Brooklyn Swanner. Caitlin Miranda Taylor. Zamarian Taylor. Raven Thornton Owens. Kelsey Tucker. McKenna Nicole Tucker. Abby Valdez Nava. Aubrey Wombles. Tiffany Denise Washington Calhoun. Bridget Welch. Latreia White. Sierra Mackenzie Witt. Alyssa Wilkin. Hannah Wolf. Dustin Wood. Kenyatta Woodard. Taylor Woods. Hillary Worley. Rion Wright. Murphy Yates.
As you've learned over these 2 years, we take our professional responsibilities very seriously. You will now join all nurses in our collective striving to maintain the high standards of our profession. In a few moments, when you make your statements of dedication to uphold high standards, think of your friends and family and know that you're making a promise not just to yourself, but to each of them and to every patient you care for in the future to protect their health, to advocate for their rights, to preserve their dignity, or to ensure the integrity of a peaceful death. Graduate nurses, when the music starts, please walk with your lamp to encircle the room. Friends in the audience, the lights will be dimmed as the faculty light their candle, and students will pass the flame to the person beside them. Your flames will be the only illumination in the room, representing the tradition that you now carry forward in your service to uphold and to advance the nursing profession in our state, in our nation, and our world. Will the graduates please stand?
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, and some dark and cold. And there is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites a candle, and makes his home. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, confused and torn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he's tried to light his own candle some other way. See now your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. So carry your candle and run to the darkness, seek out the lonely, the tired and worn, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. We are a family whose hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candles and light up the sky, praying to our Father in the name of Jesus. Make us a beacon in darkest times. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, deceived and poor, and hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your
Graduates, after each statement, remember to reply, "I will." Calhoun Nursing Pledge. To the nursing graduates of the class of December 2024, will you care for individuals and families using all available resources to facilitate their recovery and promote and maintain their health, whether the cure is anticipated or not? Will you provide nursing service with respect for dignity of man, unrestricted by consideration of gender, race, creed, color, politics, or social status? Will you safeguard the patient's right to privacy by protecting information of a confidential matter, being mindful of the use of technology? Will you safeguard the patients when their welfare is endangered by an incompetent, unethical, or illegal conduct of others? Will you strive to maintain your individual competence in nursing practice, cooperate in efforts to upgrade the standards of the profession, and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team? Will you continue to grow in your profession, to work for social justice and equity, to oppose systems that support disparities in structural and to oppose systems that support disparities in structural inequities, and to seek and identify and eliminate your own explicit biases, and to share in the advancement of the profession we love? Will you endeavor to mentor others, have respect and gratitude to those who have served before you and to those who will follow? Graduates, on behalf of the Calhoun nursing faculty and myself, I would like to welcome you into the nursing profession. At this time, graduates, you may extinguish your lights.
If you can, students, return to your seat and then remain standing. While you're going, I will give some thank yous as we close out to CETV staff, West Terrain, Daniel, Casey, and David. We always appreciate the ladies, the auxiliaries of Gideon's International. If you didn't pick up your Nursing New Testament Bible, they have one for you over here. To our Calhoun Maintenance Department for our setup, we appreciate that. To our IT department for the lights, the sound, and the music right on cue. Thank you, Stephen. To our Calhoun Campus Police for all of their assistance with our event. We appreciate Deaf Access for the sign language interpretation. And to our candlelighting faculty committee, Dr. Gibson, Dr. Bellew, Dr. Mims, Ms. Cobbs, Dr. Brown, Mr. Napper, and then a host of student ushers, underclassmen that can't hardly wait to do this when their turn comes. Thank you to our student ushers. Let's give one more round of applause and thanks to these individuals and to the graduates. As I give our benediction, I will ask that the guests remain in the seats as the graduates are ushered out of the gym. And if you're able, you can please stand while I share these words of benediction. May the God who seeks you find you when you fall. May the God who loves you take delight in your living. May the God who sends you send you now with joy. For in your gladness and in your grieving, in your brokenness and on your healing, in your faithfulness and in your leaving, the God who made you and redeemed you is the God who keeps you still. Thank you again for celebrating with us today in person and online, and this concludes our program.
I look into the window of my mind, reflections of the fears I know I've left behind. I step out of the ordinary, I can feel my soul ascending. I'm on my way, can't stop me now, and you can do the same, yeah. What have you done today to make you feel proud? It's never too late to try. What have you done today to make you feel proud? You could be so many people if you make that grab for freedom. What have you done today to make you feel proud? Still so many answers I don't know. There are so many answers. Realize that true question is how we grow. The question is to grow. So I step out of the ordinary. I can feel my soul ascending. I'm on my way, can't stop me now. You can